intimidating to stand here tonight. As you can see, I have a rather varied background in a lot of different areas. I'm probably not the first clown that's been the Sovereign Grand Master. But probably the first one to admit it. I think the first time any of you saw me as a magician was last year when I did a program for our youth when they came for their youth days. And we're going to need some magic this next year. Magic in pulling together to keep our order strong, begin to get it to grow. They didn't mention that the horse that I rode 6 miles in 1976 for the bicentennial died the next day. They assured me it wasn't my fault. I've chosen as my theme for the next year, change the world one person at a time. Sometimes we try to bite off more than we can chew, and trying to accomplish everything, we do nothing. But in the example of the story of the Good Samaritan, a gentleman fell among thieves and was beaten and robbed and left to die. Several of his countrymen passed by and ignored his plight. Then a hated enemy came along and gave him aid and assistance, bound up his wounds, took him to an inn, assured that he would be cared for. And you know, I suspect that man who was beaten and robbed, his life was never the same when he looked at another Samaritan. And somehow I have an idea that the Samaritan's life was never the same after he had the experience of saving someone else's life. Compassionate love does change lives. And changed lives does change the world. I hope that in this next year we will make a supreme effort to change the life of one person for the better. And in so doing, I believe it will change our lives as well. I think for us to be happy in life, we need a mission. A mission that goes beyond ourselves and our own self-centered activities and desires. And when we jump in trying to accomplish an impossible dream, trying to do more than we think we are capable of doing, attempting to make another person's life better, whether it's through joining with an organization to work, or whether it's doing something on our own, but finding something that is outside of ourselves, we begin to know the meaning of happiness. We are a volunteer organization. I worked in the church with volunteers for 39 years. One of the things I learned many years ago was when you tell somebody they have to do something, that's the very thing they'll never do. We have to motivate people to want to do the things that needs to be done. It's kind of like driving driving or herding cats. It just doesn't work. You can yell at them, you can pop a whip, you can do all kinds of things, but you can't make a cat do what it doesn't want to do. But you know, if you want to move a cat from point A to point B, and you get a little ball of string or ball and start bouncing it, amazingly, before you know what's happening, the cat's over there with the ball of string or the ball that you're bouncing. You got it where you wanted it to go because it wanted to go there. When we're working in our lodge, if we have missions that are significant, people will want to be involved. And when the community sees what we are accomplishing, they will want to be a part of what we are doing. And then we need to focus on marketing. Odd Fellowship is the best kept secret in the United States and Canada. As we've said so many times, and I've heard so many times this week, nobody knows who we are. We need to advertise what we're planning to do. And then we need to advertise what we are doing. Then we need to advertise what we've accomplished. We need to share with the world who we are and what we are all about. And finally, we need to couple all of that with good management. Now, good management doesn't mean dominating anyone. It means everyone working together as a team. And when we do these things, we're going to see some significant differences in our order, in our lodges, and in our world. Remember, compassionate love really does change lives. And changed lives really do change the world. I know that over this next year I'm going to make some mistakes. I hope you'll be patient with me. I hope you'll be willing to share advice with me. I hope you will be willing to encourage and strengthen me. And I hope we can work together to make our order better and to change our world. I want to thank you for giving me this marvelous opportunity. This is the beginning of an impossible dream. And the things that we're going to accomplish this year are going to really turn out to be an impossible dream that has come true. Thank you for your confidence in me and your willingness put your trust for our organization in the hands of a clown. Thank you.